Welcome to Livekindly. Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome from 161 to 180 AD and is considered the last of the five good emperors. Often referred to as the philanthropic philosopher king, Marcus Aurelius strove to embody the principles of Stoicism through thoughtful action, self-discipline, and respect for others throughout his life. Despite the enormous responsibilities of his rule, he found time to write a series of personal reflections, now known as the Meditations. These writings give us profound insights into how he managed to deal with difficult individuals on a daily basis. During his reign, Marcus Aurelius faced numerous challenges, including wars, plagues, and political intrigue. Yet he remained steadfast in his commitment to Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes rationality, virtue, and inner peace. His meditations reveal a man who continuously worked on himself, seeking to improve his character and respond wisely to the challenges posed by others. In this video, we will explore 5 strategies Marcus Aurelius used to handle challenging people, drawing on his wisdom to help us navigate similar situations in our modern lives. By understanding and applying these Stoic principles, we can better manage our interactions with difficult individuals, maintaining our composure and integrity in the process. Let's dive into these timeless lessons and see how they can transform our approach to dealing with difficult people today. Number 1. Overcome envy. Marcus Aurelius teaches us that if you envy what you don't have, you'll never be free, independent, and unperturbed. This is because you'll always be envious and jealous, fearing that others might come and take it all away from you. According to Stoicism, there are 4 passions that contribute to our misery: distress, fear, lust, and delight. Envy and jealousy are forms of distress that consume us and make us irrational. The blinding passion of envy, wanting something that someone else has or feeling rebuffed by someone else's success, can cause us great pain and distress. Marcus Aurelius believed that true happiness is found within ourselves, not in achieving what others have. Only we are responsible for fulfilling our lives. By envying what others have or how successful they are, we're putting our happiness in the hands of others, which is misguided and pointless. We waste enormous chunks of our day scrolling through social media, looking at the self-selected photos of our friends, and feeling miserable over the fact that they appear to be doing well while we feel we deserve a better life. Envy is a complex cluster of feelings that we experience in response to another person who has success, skills, or qualities that we desire. When envy is activated within any relationship, it can create significant tension and conflict. It not only poisons our relationships, but also corrodes our inner peace. The constant comparison traps us in a cycle of dissatisfaction and emotional turmoil, preventing us from appreciating what we have and who we are. According to the Stoics, all the blessings in your life are on loan from fortune, and all of them must be returned sooner or later. While some people may seem to have the success, relationships, or fame you covet right now, they could lose everything tomorrow. You have no idea what plans fortune has in store for them, and the more they have, the more they risk losing. Money, fame, and power are impermanent and outside of your control. Instead of comparing your situation to others, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. This way, you will continuously strive to become the person you want to be and cultivate true happiness and fulfillment. By focusing on your own growth and progress, you can measure your success by your standards, not by the achievements of others. This shift in perspective allows you to celebrate your accomplishments and build a more positive and resilient mindset. Moreover, practicing gratitude can help combat envy. Regularly reflecting on what you are thankful for can shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. This practice can enhance your well-being and help you develop a more content and peaceful state of mind. Remember, everyone has their struggles, and what you see on the surface might not reflect the whole truth of someone's life. Additionally, fostering a sense of community and support rather than competition can diminish feelings of envy. Celebrate the successes of others genuinely, understanding that their achievements do not diminish your potential. By supporting and uplifting each other, we create a more positive environment where everyone can thrive. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius's wisdom teaches us that freedom and happiness come from within. By letting go of envy and focusing on our own growth and contentment, we can lead a more fulfilling and peaceful life. Embrace your journey, celebrate your progress, and practice gratitude to cultivate true happiness and independence. Number 2. Take action. To quote Marcus Aurelius, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." According to Aurelius, it isn't what we say that defines our character. It's what we do. Our actions speak louder than our words, and people are far more affected by what we do than by what we say. If we want to influence others positively, we should focus on showing them through our actions rather than merely telling them. There is a common tendency among us to focus on the faults of others, especially after a few unpleasant interactions. How often do we hear ourselves complaining about a coworker, our spouse, or a friend in a toxic relationship, yet we do nothing to change the situation? We often wait for the other person to take the initiative, to apologize, or to change their behavior. This passive approach only exacerbates the issues we face. Problems in our relationships will only worsen if left unaddressed. We need to take proactive steps to resolve them. The first step in addressing relationship issues is self-reflection. Ask yourself what you might be doing that could be contributing to the problem. Are your actions or attitudes setting off the other person? Is your ego getting in the way, preventing you from taking the necessary steps to address the issue? It is essential to recognize that our egos often play a significant role in relationship conflicts. We may resist taking action because we don't want to appear vulnerable or admit that we might be part of the problem. Instead of talking about each other behind our backs, we need to talk to each other directly. Open, honest communication is key to resolving conflicts and improving relationships. When we express our concerns and listen to the other person's perspective, we create an opportunity for mutual understanding and resolution. This approach requires humility, patience, and a willingness to engage in difficult conversations. Moreover, if we want to inspire positive change in others, we should focus on cultivating virtues within ourselves and demonstrating them through our conduct. Instead of telling others how they should behave, we should lead by example. When we embody the virtues we wish to see in others, such as kindness, patience, integrity, and respect, we naturally inspire those around us to do the same. For instance, if you want your team at work to be more collaborative and supportive, start by being collaborative and supportive yourself. Offer help, show appreciation, and be a good listener. When your team members see your commitment to these values, they are more likely to adopt similar behaviors. Similarly, in personal relationships, showing love, understanding, and patience can encourage your partner or friend to reciprocate these positive actions. Taking responsibility for our actions and their impact on others is a powerful way to improve our relationships and our lives. When we stop blaming others and start looking at how we can contribute positively, we create a ripple effect that can lead to significant changes. By being the change we want to see, we foster an environment where growth and improvement are possible. It's also important to recognize that change doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistent effort and a commitment to personal growth. However, the rewards of living in alignment with our values and inspiring others through our actions are immense. We create stronger, more fulfilling relationships and a more harmonious and supportive community. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius's advice to be one rather than argue about what a good person should be is a call to action. It's a reminder that our actions define us and that by living our values, we can positively influence those around us. Instead of focusing on the faults of others, we should strive to be the best version of ourselves. Through self-reflection, open communication, and leading by example, we can improve our relationships and inspire others to do the same. This approach not only enhances our own lives, but also contributes to the well-being of everyone around us. Number 3. Remember our common humanity. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, we were born to work together like feet, hands, and eyes, like the two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are obstructions. According to Aurelius, we all share a common bond in our human existence. We all deal with difficult emotions, devastating experiences, and daily stresses. Although we live different lives and lifestyles, in many aspects we are all exactly the same. None of us are immune to pain, illness, loss, and death. As humans, we are innately social creatures with many inbuilt evolutionary mechanisms that enable and encourage us to work together. This is why we should always treat everyone with kindness and compassion, no matter how difficult they may be. When Marcus Aurelius encountered a shameless or difficult person, he would ask himself, "Is a world without shamelessness possible?" The answer was always no. Therefore, he reasoned, one shouldn't ask for the impossible. There have to be shameless people in the world. This is one of them. We all know that encountering problematic people is unavoidable in our lives. However, Marcus would advise us not to see the actions of these difficult and abrasive individuals as direct attacks on us. Instead, we should attribute their ill behavior to ignorance. They behave poorly because they lack the knowledge that you possess. When someone says or does something that you consider wrong, your judgment is based on the knowledge and values you hold. If a person doesn't have the same information or wisdom as you, it's unlikely they will reach the same conclusions about what is right and wrong. For example, if someone is making fun of your weight and continuously calling you fat, it may be because they do not think body shaming is harmful. They might believe that their comments are motivational and that they are helping you. You get upset because you perceive their comments as unkind, which affects your confidence and potentially makes things worse. Meanwhile, they may have no idea how their words affect you. More importantly, just like everyone else, we too can be ignorant. Think about it. How often do you act or speak with the intention of upsetting or hurting someone else? How many times have you actively sought to bait or taunt another person? When we consider this, we realize that no matter how irritating or troublesome someone's behavior is, it is usually not their intention to harm us. So, when you engage with family, friends, colleagues, and strangers, treat them with kindness. Remind yourself of our common humanity and acknowledge that you don't know what the other person is going through. Strive to be present and compassionate in your social interactions. This approach will elevate your relationships and deepen your appreciation for others. On the rare occasions when someone intentionally tries to hurt you, you can always choose to focus on controlling your own thoughts and actions. If you find someone aiming to damage your spirit, you can let it pass over you by adhering to your own morals and values. This self-control and adherence to personal principles are the cornerstones of Stoic philosophy. By consistently applying these principles, you cultivate a more peaceful and resilient mindset. When faced with difficult people, remember that their behavior often stems from their own struggles and ignorance. Your response, grounded in compassion and self-awareness, not only helps you maintain your inner peace, but also sets a positive example for others. In summary, Marcus Aurelius teaches us the importance of working together harmoniously and treating each other with compassion. By understanding that we all share common struggles and that difficult behavior often arises from ignorance, we can respond with kindness and patience. This approach fosters stronger, more positive relationships and contributes to a more empathetic and supportive community. Through this mindset, we elevate our own lives and the lives of those around us, embodying the true spirit of Stoic wisdom. Number 4. Let it go. Marcus Aurelius tells us, "The best revenge is to be unlike the one who performed the injustice." Long before the advent of Disney princesses, Marcus Aurelius was imparting wisdom that the best form of revenge is to take no revenge at all. If your response to rudeness or insults is to retaliate in kind, all you achieve is sinking to their level and, in turn, justifying their unpleasant behavior. Instead, Aurelius advises us to take the higher ground, responding with virtue and logic. No matter how meticulously we plan, life has a way of throwing unexpected challenges our way. We rarely get to control what happens to or around us. Despite your best efforts, you might not get that promotion, you might still hit traffic on your commute, your video might not go viral, or you might fall ill. These are all external events beyond our control. People are no different. Their speech and actions are external and uncontrollable. Whether at work or in social settings, we all encounter difficult people from time to time. Some will cut in line, others may lie and take credit for your work or humiliate you in public. Although we cannot control what they say or do, we often let their insults affect us long after the incident is over, sometimes for days, weeks, months, or even a lifetime. We might respond with resentment, anger, or even by plotting revenge. However, according to the Stoics, vengeance is a waste of time and will ultimately do more harm than good. They would advise us not to take things too personally. If someone mistreats you, it is because they don't know any better at that moment. Their actions may be intentional or unintentional. If they are unintentional, it doesn't make sense to waste our time and energy on their negligence. If they are intentional, it reflects a flaw in their character, which you cannot control. The only thing you can control is how you respond to their behavior. The next time you experience rudeness, are called a name, or are spoken to in an offensive tone, ask yourself how you've actually been harmed by it. For instance, if someone makes fun of you and calls you ugly, consider whether the opinion of someone who behaves that way truly matters. What are the real consequences if they keep calling you ugly? The consequences are only in your mind, and if they are just in your mind, you can control them. If you can control them, then they cannot harm you. Aurelius teaches us to resist the impulse to respond with resentment and instead learn to let it go. This approach not only helps us maintain our peace of mind, but also sets a powerful example for others. When you refrain from retaliating and choose to respond with grace and composure, you demonstrate strength and integrity. You show that you are not easily swayed by external negativity, and that you prioritize your values over immediate emotional reactions. Furthermore, by not seeking revenge, you free yourself from the cycle of negativity. Revenge can trap you in a perpetual state of anger and resentment, consuming your thoughts and energy. Letting go allows you to focus on positive and productive aspects of your life, fostering personal growth and well-being. It's also important to remember that everyone is fighting their own battles. The person who insults or mistreats you may be dealing with their own struggles and insecurities. By responding with understanding and compassion, You not only protect your own peace, but also contribute to a more empathetic and supportive world. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius's teachings remind us that the best way to deal with injustice is not to retaliate, but to remain true to our values and respond with virtue. By doing so, we rise above the negativity and set a positive example for others. We can control our responses and choose to let go of resentment, leading to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Embrace this Stoic wisdom, and you will find that true strength lies in mastering yourself, not in defeating others. Number 5. Set your expectations straight. Marcus Aurelius advises us to start our day with a dose of reality. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, "The people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." Stoicism, as a practical philosophy, encourages us to see people as they are, rather than as we wish them to be. Despite being a man of great temperance and discipline, Marcus Aurelius practiced the technique of negative visualization as part of his morning routine. This involved mentally preparing himself for the people he might encounter, ensuring he was ready to handle anyone, no matter how difficult or abrasive they might be. Difficult people are ubiquitous, and the purpose of this practice is not to think ill of anyone, but to remain prepared when they inevitably cross your path. Consider a scenario where you are at your office, diligently working on a task, and everything is going smoothly. Suddenly, your boss approaches you and starts shouting in front of your colleagues for an error in your report or for something you may or may not have done. Naturally, you would feel embarrassed, demotivated, and likely angry. Now imagine the same scenario, but this time a colleague warns you about your boss being in a bad mood. With this knowledge, you double-check your report before submitting it. Even if your boss still yells at you, you'll be less startled because you were mentally prepared for it. Your expectations deeply influence your emotions. By regularly reminding yourself that unpleasant people can appear at any time, you won't be as taken aback when they do, and you'll be better equipped to handle the situation. This practice of setting expectations straight through visualization helps in managing our emotional responses. It isn't about adopting a cynical outlook, but about fostering resilience. Knowing that people can be difficult and preparing yourself for such encounters allows you to maintain your composure and act with wisdom and patience rather than react impulsively. Difficult people are a part of life, and encountering them is inevitable. By expecting their presence, you can approach interactions with a level-headed and calm demeanor. This mindset can also help you understand that their behavior often stems from their own struggles and insecurities, not necessarily a personal attack on you. Moreover, this technique can be applied beyond just interactions with people. It can prepare you for various challenges and setbacks you might face throughout the day. By visualizing potential obstacles, you can develop strategies to overcome them more effectively. Incorporating this Stoic practice into your daily routine can significantly enhance your emotional resilience. Instead of being caught off guard by rudeness, ungratefulness, or arrogance, you will face these behaviors with equanimity. You will realize that your peace of mind does not have to be disturbed by others' actions. This approach helps in maintaining a balanced perspective, reminding you that while you cannot control others, you can always control your reactions. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom teaches us that our expectations set the tone for how we experience and respond to life's challenges. By anticipating the presence of difficult people and situations, we can navigate them with greater ease and maintain our inner tranquility. So, start each day by preparing yourself for the inevitable challenges, and you will find yourself better equipped to handle whatever comes your way with grace and composure. This carefully curated collection dives deep into the timeless teachings of ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Plato, and Aristotle. Each video is designed to provide you with practical wisdom that can help you navigate modern life's challenges, find success, and achieve true happiness. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you insightful content that connects ancient philosophical principles with contemporary issues. Whether you are looking to improve your personal relationships, enhance your career, or simply gain a better understanding of yourself and the world around you, our videos offer valuable guidance and inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest releases. By subscribing, you ensure that you won't miss out on any new videos that can enrich your life and help you become a better version of yourself. We are committed to providing high-quality, thought-provoking content that resonates with our viewers and aids them in their personal growth journeys. Thank you so much for watching and supporting our channel. Your engagement and feedback mean a lot to us and motivate us to continue creating content that matters. We look forward to sharing more wisdom and insights with you in the future. Remember, the journey to a more fulfilling and enlightened life begins with a single step, and we are here to walk that path with you.